minute you come after me, you have to answer for the files that I have. Files from Mustafa Al-Jazari, where every police report is falsified. I have. Judge Weimer is compromised. Judge Carol Weimer is compromised and is getting blackmailed by Billy Bain Jr., the strip club in Arlington and Crystal City.
Unbelievable.
Apparently, he's getting lap dances by strippers from that club.
Is that why he reversed Mustafa's bond?
I mean, think about the optics here.
He didn't even
gives Mustafa a bond. Sarah Sammy stands in court, prosecutor Sarah Sammy, and she says, what does she say? The Commonwealth attorney is not going to be happy with you. What is Sarah Sammy has on this judge that 7 days later reverses the bond?
And then he doesn't even give Mustafa the chance. He doesn't even give him the chance to have a proper hearing following that. Even though there was
evidence that show
change of circumstance. There was a witness that was brought into the holding cell, and the witness was not allowed to testify.
Even though evidence in the case showed that the prosecutor lied.
And Judge Weimer said, you know what he said at the end? He said, I'm going to reverse his bond, and I'm not going to give a reason why I'm denying bond. How can you do that? Where is the due process? When the judge says, I'm not even going to give you a reason as to why I'm denying bond, I'm just going to deny it. I mean, that right there tells you everything you need to know about this specific judge, about Judge Weimer. That's all you need to know. When he says, I'm going to reverse the bond and I'm not going to tell you why. So you as a citizen, you don't even have the right. You can't even form a defense. So how can you form a defense if the judge is not telling you what the objections are?
So he denies Mustafa a bond. Remind me again, which judge sealed off this case from this community?
Yeah, Judge Carol Weimer.
Judge Carol Weimer.
I mean, I have a case right now, and every judge in this building behind you has recused themselves from this case. Why is Judge Weimer still on Mustafa's case? If the judges here are terrified to sit on any case, I mean, your case, your trespass case, they brought in a retired judge.
Out of the Supreme Court.
Okay, so clearly every judge in this building in Prince William County does not want anything to do with Al-Jazari. Yet Judge Carol Weimer is...
Except the judge that's being blackmailed into...
I mean, is he being forced to take on this case and rule in their favor?
I mean, think about what's happening here. If he's getting lap dances out of a club that used to have a problem with Mustafa...
What's wrong with getting lap dances as a judge?
I mean, it's not the lap dances that we're talking about. It's getting lap dances out of a specific club of an owner that went viral for having a problem with Mustafa. That's the problem here.
So the owner is summoning his strippers against the judge?
That's interesting.
I mean, it would be very interesting to find out.
I mean, it's terrifying that it's terrifying and it's disturbing. This community is waking up to a reality where they have a judge.
You know what's funny though? Not funny, but what's interesting is I remember when I filed the injunction to get Mustafa medical help, right? And at the time I said, Your Honor, I would like for you to recuse yourself.
By the way, I have an audio of the whole entire proceeding.
You have that audio?
I have the whole entire audio.
But you weren't there.
Well, I'm not there for any of it, but here I am. I have the body cams. I have the documents. I have the audio recording to every proceedings.
So you have the audio where I said,
yes,
Your Honor, I would like for you to recuse yourself. And he said...
And we're going to play the audio at one point.
And he says, I'm not going to recuse myself. Because he wants to rule on this case. And he wants to rule, obviously, against me. He's not going to get...
I mean, all you're asking him is to send Mustafa to the hospital after correctional officers beat Mustafa inside the jail. Let's watch that video. I mean, do me a favor. Go over to exhibits.
Let's go into Zymus.
Let's dive into the audio of digital forensic Kathy Zymuth, where she admits that the prosecutor and the Commonwealth attorney, Amy Ashworth, has been lying to this community for 2.5 years. She admit that this dash camera does have audio. For 2.5 years, you've been telling us there's no audio, but here's digital forensic telling Judge Weimer that this dash camera does have audio. And what does Judge Weimer do? He blocks the motion from Mustafa's defense attorney, Brad Haywood, to move forward. I mean, he wanted to block it, but the lawyer, Brad Haywood, is pushing back on it so hard that it's moving forward. Let's wait until October, Judge Weimer says. Why all the way in October?
He gets a new stripper.
A new lap dance? A new stripper? I mean, are you going to have one of your stripper testify as a witness in the Mustafa Al-Jazar? The same stripper that's giving you a lap dance, you're going to have her on the stand testify to Mustafa's character? Is that what we're doing here?
I wonder if that's the same stripper that paid for his legal defense.
Interesting. So you have a body cam where Investigator Davis says, I have an idea to employ into this case, but it's going to require spending money. Where are you getting the money from? Is it from the same club that the presiding judge is getting lap dances at?
You know, I wonder what the IRS has to say about this. Cash coming in, going to Mustafa's legal defense. And when I say cash, I mean a lump sum of cash.
I wonder why Dorothy blocked, Mustafa's girlfriend, blocked her 16-year-old daughter. She blocked her. She said in the forensic interview, Kylie, who's a stripper at that club, who her dad pierces all the strippers, in a forensic interview, Kylie Clapp says, my mother blocked me and she chose Mustafa over me. I wonder why Dorothy blocked Kylie.
Well, that should be something that's
very easy to find out. I wonder.
Let's go and look.
You don't want me to go forward?
Let's
All right.
let's do this.
A time and place for everything.
Let's do this. Yeah, there's a time and there's a place for everything. Let's go into Zymus.
All right, let's take a dive into the audio of the testimony of Officer Kathy Zymus, digital forensic, where she admits to Judge Weimer on the stand that this dash camera does have audio.
Let's just get into it.
All right, let's go over
because
to
you
YouTube.
could be here. You could be here.
I'll be here for the next
days.
10 hours.
Hours.
Days.
You'll be here for days, weeks, maybe a month.
Absolutely.
Anyways,
Yeah, go ahead. What we're going to do is this audio, we're going to have a separate podcast dedicated for Officer Zymuth. Instead, what I want to do, I want to dive into what is going on in Virginia, what is going on in our community, and who's going up for election as a governor. You've got Lieutenant Governor Sears, and you got Abigail Spanberger. And they're asking this community to vote them in as the next governor. Now, I find it disturbing because every ad that's coming out, all they talk about as of our community has no issue other than the men and women bathroom. I kid you not. It's Lieutenant Governor Sears seems to be obsessed as if this is a new issue that all she talks about is if I go into the bathroom issue. If I go into the bathroom, I do not want to see a male completely nude. I mean, I don't know who told Lieutenant Governor Sears that we're going completely. I mean, completely nude in the bathroom.
I mean, what are they doing in the men's bathroom that
Lieutenant Governor Sears
is all terrified?